Boys and girls, I have to once again report we have lost a game. And it's always in the stupidest of ways. You know, they score early, we miss a penalty, we have a high XG, they have a low XG. It always happens like this. And it's just incredibly frustrating. However, we have brought in a player for £53 million. So hopefully that's going to make us feel better. I'd still rather have the win than the £53 million player. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 31st episode of the FM21 Manchester City Road to the Champions League save with me, Raxo FM, where today we are facing Everton and then Leeds in two important-ish games in the league. I mean, we've already lost a game, so it's kind of not that much interesting going on. I mean, to be honest, the only reason we've really come up with this episode is because I can chuck another transfer thingamajiggy in the thumbnail and in the title, so let's just go over that. Before we go over that though, you need to make sure that you like this video as well as subscribing to the Raxo FM YouTube channel for daily-ish Football Manager content. Can we please get 8 likes? You know what, I'm here to say it's going to be an average episode, boys and girls. Don't expect anything too extreme. You know, with me, you never know. Like, sometimes I could whip an amazing episode out of my pocket from nothing, but more often than not, I've got terrible commentary, bad English, a lot of stuttering, and yeah, just generally bad editing. So Let's hope we have the other pocket today and actually pull out a great episode. But because of that, you know, I'm not going too high with the like target. 8, I think, is very fair. But now I will go over what's happened since last time we saw each other. We've wrapped up the transfer window, but we've also played a couple of games. Beat Barnsley 2-1. Don't mind that. I mean, it was a team in the League One, so we would expect to be winning it. But we made life a wee bit difficult for ourselves, getting a penalty in the 71st minute, but after that, it was all wrapped up, I swear. And then a 3-0 win away from home against Fulham before the loss against Aston Villa. Holland's missed a penalty, and I'm still fuming about it. I've not forgiven him. It wasn't a good day for the club, but a good day for the club was deadline day when we managed to bring in a transfer. It was Daniel Mellon. I've definitely not said the first name correctly, but I think I'm getting the second name right. Mellon has come into the club because, I don't know, he was cheapish, and he's a decent player, and that's all the justification I need, realistically. He's probably going to be on the bench quite a lot, maybe not even pushing for first team fixtures, but he's only 24 years of age. You know, he's got room to improve, some decent stats, can play on the right and the left. I like what he brings to the table. He's not starting ahead of Memphis Depay, I don't think, but it's still not a bad signing, not my worst signing. I think you understand what I mean by this is going to be a pretty lackluster episode, boys and girls. I've also not even done the tactics, I don't think. Is this the team that I set up for? I don't know if it is. I'm pretty certain it's not, actually. I'm going to have to edit the squad. It's not, no, if I was you, I'd click off already. This is the team that we're going with. You know, I spent a lot of money on him. Let's give him a chance. Mullen's on the bench. We'll see what he can provide. We've also got Torres out on the left wing. Goretzka and Milinkovic-Savic making up the midfield, and that's about it, realistically. But it's a decent squad. I back us. I mean, the team just before did lose against Aston Villa, so kind of lost a wee bit of faith in the boys. But I back us today at home against Everton. They're 5th place, so they actually can't be too terrible of a team. But I still back us left, right and centre every day of the week. We don't get to see that cool animation to look at Everton's lineup. We've got Danny Ings up top, actually. That's a pretty good signing. And Aston Villa in real life, obviously, scoring on his debut. Very good signing for them. Just, okay, I know that's not a penalty, Football Manager. Stop showing me penalties. I know it's not. If this is a penalty, I will be happy. But it's not a penalty. It's a sort out your penalty animations then, Football Manager. Holland missed a penalty in the last game. It was crucial. Oh, I thought he missed it again, but it's gone past the goalkeeper at enough pace, and it's gone to the bottom corner. You know, he's been practicing since last time. I probably should have taken him off it, to be fair, but he's our top goal scorer. He's Erling Haaland. You can't not give him a penalty, and that's why you give them to him. Past Blackman, and then they've also got some good players in there. You know, Sanchez, I'm pretty sure, is a Colombian right back, a bit of a wonder kid. No, Mexican. I do actually. I know him, I swear. We're not doing this again. There was one time was enough in the last episode. I'm not going through and trying to prove that I know football players anymore. Haaland's coming in now. That's a player that I definitely do know, and they do eventually clear it away. But it's our chance once again. De Bruyne moving it forward into Haaland. He's in space, and Blackman gets a save. What a save that is. Oh, and De Bruyne saves. Blackman is having a great one. An absolutely banging performance so far this game. I mean, I shouldn't be praising him that much, but he's done well. And you got to give credit where credit is due. If you save the penalty, that would be pretty top notch. It's Blackman, right? Is it not Blackman? Is it Blackman or Blackman? I think it's Blackman. It's written Blackman, so I'm going with Blackman. De Bruyne on the ball, playing it in all the way to Laporte. And, okay, I just praised Blackman for quite some time. I'm going to go with Blackman, actually, because that's just what I'm going with. I'm digging myself into a hole here, aren't I, boys and girls? De Bruyne plays it over. Laporte's in there, goes for the putt. Yeah, okay. And the goalkeeper's just waved his arms. Haaland's in there, nodding it into the back of the net. I thought he was miles offside. No, apparently not. And, yeah, it was an interesting goal. I'll take it, though. Haaland's in the right place at the right time, as per usual, able to nod it into the back of the net. Don't mind it. A bit weird, but I don't mind it. Mbappe's picking the ball up here after an average free kick from De Bruyne. Normally we do see an assist from them, but not today. But we could see an opportunity either way. As Goretzka's playing it with De Ligt. Not the combination I was expecting, but it seems to be working as the ball's coming to the mixer, but De Bruyne can't put the finishing touch on it there. It was a good pass into the mixer by Haaland as well. But, yeah, no. A block shot. Again, not a highlight that we really need to be seeing Football Manager, but that's okay. It's not like I have anything else that I need to do in my life apart from sit here. I just need to stop judging Football Manager, actually. I love this game. Don't get me wrong. I love this game. It's a brilliant game. But it is slightly frustrating watching highlights that you know are never going to lead to a goal. Like those two highlights that we just saw there. You know, like, I wasn't fazed by them. I wasn't excited by them. And yeah, let's just move on into the second half. It's all right. De Bruyne is on the ball, playing it into Mbappe. I thought we were going to get an opportunity straight away there. Calvert-Lewin, who I imagine has been brought on, or maybe just haven't realised he's in there because Ings is still in there. Maybe they changed the form. I don't know. Not important right now. What's important is that they're on the ball, playing it forward. And Mbappe has it now as we intercept it. I imagine that was Kimmich at right back and made a decent interception with his head. Mbappe's looking for a pass. Plays it back to Kimmich, interestingly. Goretzka back into Kimmich, I imagine. No, he loses it. Okay, you should have passed it to Kimmich. Should have taken my advice there, mate. But, of course, Haaland picks it up perfectly. Playing it forward, trying to look for a shot. Space. Plays it into Milinkovic-Savic instead, and he finishes his dinner. 5 goals this season for that man. He has been a great signing. I mean, look at his stats. You know, he's always going to be a good signing in Football Manager. I think he's one of the favourites in the what's that thing that all the big Football Manager creators did? The Streamer Showdown. He was one of the favourites in that, I believe. Although I never really had the time to watch the Streamer Showdown. You know, it's quite a lengthy process, and also if you're in New Zealand time, that's insane. Although if I got asked to do the Streamer Showdown, I would stream it in a heartbeat. I would have to work out how to stream first, but I'm sure it's not that hard. I mean, I can work it out. Another great save by the goalkeeper there. I don't know if he got a fingertip onto it, but if he did, that is majestic from him. I'm going to make my first substitution of the game. It's going to be Pedri to come on, and unfortunately De Bruyne is making way just because he is a bit tired. Hasn't had the best day at the office, but not a terrible one. I think that sums up De Bruyne quite well. Even when he has an average day at the office, he's normally doing at least something good throughout the entire match, and picking up some pretty high ratings. That's why he's considered to be one of the best players in the world at the moment. Oh, but Haaland actually won Player of the Year, World Player of the Year, so the Ballon d'Or and then the FIFA Player of the Year as well. So, forgot to mention that. Probably should have mentioned that. That's quite a feat, actually. So, yeah, no. I think Mbappe was in the conversation, but, you know, wasn't really anywhere near. We also got players in the Team of the Year. How did I forget about this? We got Haaland in there. Mbappe was on the bench. De Bruyne was in the starting lineup as well. I know that Haaland's just scored, but this is more important. We also had someone else. Kimmich was at right back. Someone was at centre back. I'm going to take a look. No, I'm taking a look now. I'm going to forget after the game. You boys and girls know this. I'm very forgetful. World Player of the Year. Let's see. World Player of the Year. There we go. See, look, Haaland won that. And then World Football of the Year. Again, Haaland won that. Golden Glove didn't go to our man, unfortunately. He wasn't even in contention. Goalkeeper of the Year, again, like exactly the same thing. Goal 50. He didn't quite win that one, but he was close, just behind him. Next gen was Pedri. Oh, no, it wasn't. What did Pedri win? Pedri won something. Hold on. He won... Oh, where is it? Under 21 football. Yeah. See, Pedri won that. Decent stuff from him. And Golden Ball was Haaland. So good stuff. Team of the Year, we had Haaland, De Bruyne, De Ligt, and Kimmich. I thought we had another player in midfield, but no, apparently not. And see, Mbappe on the bench. There we go. Okay, now I can settle and come back into the game. Mbappe, the man who was on the bench for that, might have to go onto the bench for us because he is looking tired on that right-hand side. And by looking tired, I mean I'm just looking at that heart thing and making an estimated guess. So we're going to bring Grealish on, move him out there. Torres can be a supporting winger. Grealish can go attacking duty on the left-hand side. I mean, we're winning 4-0 currently. I don't have any doubts we're coming away with the 3 points here, boys and girls. I should actually give Mullen a run. You know what? We will. Haaland's already got his hat-trick. He's probably not going to score any goals. I mean, he definitely could, but he deserves... Oh, look, perfect timing. I mean, no, okay, how am I celebrating that, actually? Why didn't they make the substitution earlier? I just made that. I don't want Haaland injured. Oh, no, that's really not good, actually. I've celebrated that for a second, and now I've actually reflected upon what that means. I hope that's not a long injury. If that's a long injury, we're genuinely screwed. He is our best player by a country mile, to be fair. We did just sign a player for £53 million to pick up exactly where Haaland left off if we do need him to. But I would still, 1 week, 2 weeks, it's probably going to be at least 4 weeks, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm feeling positive, boys and girls, and that's made me feel even more positive. Pedri linking up with Ferran Torres, they've got a good connection, the Spanish link there, and they've managed to get a goal. Unfortunately, Mullen not quite involved in that one on his debut, but there's another opportunity here. He could be picking something up now. Let's see what happens here. Tom Davies for Everton playing it over. We're going to get it back. It's going to happen. Douglas playing it to us. No, okay. Still got it, actually. I think this is going to be their chance. Oh, wow. It was definitely their chance. Good blocks by our boys, and I think that's game, set, and match. 5-0 win. Mullen did nothing. Haaland's injured, and I'm very frightened. Let's see how long this is for. He just got a hat-trick as well. He's in flying form. How long is the injury for? 2. Oh, yes. That is the best you can ask for when it comes to... Oh, that is brilliant. That is honestly the best case scenario you could ask for when someone is being forced to be brought off during a game. Normally it's like at least a month. That's chuffed. He just pulled his ankle ligament. I think it was being a bit of a wuss about it, to be honest. Must have really pulled it. I rate that. Brilliant. Gosh, we only have to play a couple of games without him. And they're against Leeds and Brighton. We're going to be fine, boys and girls. We're going to be absolutely fine. You know, I decided we're not messing around here. We're just straight into the game, boys and girls. And we're going to take a look at the lineup that we're using today. Oh, I've skipped it. Well, that's ruined it, hasn't it? I thought that was going to be really cool. Have like whole animation. Nah, it hasn't worked out. Well, you can read. Ferran Torres is starting and De Bruyne has already whipped in a great ball to him. Brilliant stuff. Mbappe's starting up top for us because Haaland's injured, as we all know, but only for 2 weeks, and looks like we're not missing him too much early on in this game, and looks like the Leeds lineup are going to be struggling against us so far. Phillips in CDM, one of the main players I would notice and think would be a pretty good player at this point in time, but they're still down in around 10th place, mid-table sort of region, so I'm expecting a bit of a bloodbath here, and it's already looking like it's going to be a bloodbath. Kevin De Bruyne with a goal and an assist after just 13 minutes. Great ball in by Davies. And yeah, I think it's a good call that I skipped the whole spiel beforehand, because this is going to be a long episode if I started talking for too much longer, because there's going to be a lot of opportunities here. Is it another goal? Oh, Serge Milinkovic-Savic heads it just over the bar. I thought De Bruyne was getting yet another assist. I think he's still currently the top assister in the Premier League. Oh my goodness, he's trying to whip out the Rabonas now. The disrespect that's got... Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. No, I'm actually emotional at that, boys and girls. You never see it in Football Manager, so when you see it, you appreciate it. The Rabona's not great. Serge Milinkovic-Savic, what a ball into De Bruyne, and he's tramped it. Ferran Torres, who's now scored 2. De Bruyne, take a bow. Screw Ferran Torres. De Bruyne is playing out of his skin so far this game. That is disgusting. The disrespect to the goalkeeper in between the sticks for Leeds. It's insane. And I love it. Absolutely adore it. Only 5 minutes to go in this half. I don't think we can bear to concede any more, score any more goals against them. It'd just be too offensive. Oh, we've won a penalty. I think we've actually won a penalty. This time, I'm going with it's going to be a penalty here. It wasn't outside of the box. Normally when they call the push there is a push. It's either inside of the box or outside of the box. It was definitely inside. I think we're getting a penalty. And I'm going to give it to De Bruyne. Mbappe's not taking this. De Bruyne is taking this. If it actually lets me pause it and do it. It is. Oh, it's not a penalty. After all that. How was that outside of the box? How was that? Tell me again. How was that outside of the box? Like, use your eyes, man. Use your eyes. De Bruyne is going for another assist. Oh, and he's almost gotten it. De Ligt heads it over the bar. And yeah, let's calm it down. Let's show Leeds a little bit of respect. They've got wives and children's, boys and girls. Like, yes. Calm it down. It's going well though. I'm not unhappy about this at all. De Bruyne going for another assist. It's not been brilliant balls into the mixer lately, but the chance is still there for us. Laporte into Davies, back to Laporte. Oh, love the link-up play. Mbappe through, and yeah, that's okay. That's brought me back down to earth. It's pretty horrendous from Mbappe, it has to be said. And Grealish also hasn't had a great day at the office. Not great to see him not playing so well. He's been pretty good this year, but definitely dipped in the second half of the season. Or, well, it's not even the second half of the season yet, is it? Because there was a international break for ages. But he's dipped in the middle part of the season, unfortunately. Mbappe, though, thought he wasn't having a good game. Absolutely whips one out of nowhere there. Serge Milinkovic-Savic with a great pass into Ferran Torres, lays it off, and Mbappe's there to nod it into the back of the net. Well, he's not really nodded it. He's more knocked it into the back of the net, is what I was trying to say. And I've managed to say it eventually. And we've got another opportunity here. Ferran Torres looking for another assist or another goal contribution. He's been brilliant on the wing so far today. Is we going to get... Oh, is we another good... Okay, yep. Those were words that came out of my mouth. Let's keep going. Davies into Grealish. Back to Serge. Oh, that's got to be a penalty this time. You can't tell me that was outside of the box. You can't tell me that wasn't a penalty. There was no dive there. It's a penalty. There we go. Can I pause it and change the penalty taker? Is it going to let me? Is it going to let me? Is it going to let me? Come on, like, ignore. I don't care. It's not going to let me, is it? What if I keep pausing? Oh, Ferran Torres for a hat-trick. Oh, for goodness sake. See, this is why they need to give you, like, more time to say whether or not you want to change the penalty taker. I hate that. I hate that, Football Manager. Come on. Like, I've got to have lightning fast reflexes to get my penalty taker changed. I hate it. It's a thing. That's another thing that I want to be changed. It's a serious issue in Football Manager at the moment. Just putting it out there. Things that need to be improved. It's one of them. It is definitely one of them. Pedri's going to come on as well. Grealish is going to make way. Not had the best day at the office, as I've already said. Oh, this is going to be a fake highlight, isn't it? I don't need to see this fake highlight. Actually, there was a wee bit of gap. It might not be a fake highlight. Grealish in with an opportunity to get the next goal contribution just before he comes off the pitch. Mbappe, Grealish, and he does score. It wasn't a fake highlight. And you know what? I'm going to let him end on a high. Pedri's still coming on. I still want to give him a break. You know, just show him that even though he scores goals, sometimes it's not enough. You got to have a consistent game. You can't just have one moment of magic, Grealish. You got to be good left, right, and centre, just like Depay is, just like De Bruyne is. I don't know why I brought up Depay. Depay's not playing in this game, but just like other players in our team, and they've just gotten a man sent off. Okay, Leeds, it's not gone well for you today. I feel bad, but. Yeah, no, I don't really have any buts, actually. I'm quite happy about this, and I think that the game is basically all done, so let's bring on some substitutes. We'll bring on Kulu, who hasn't had much game time recently, and you know, Diaz can even come on. That's my substitutions. Sit back, relax, see one more highlight from us, I reckon. I reckon there's going to be one more highlight. There's not going to be one more highlight, is there? Okay, good win, 5-0. Brilliant stuff, boys. It's, yeah. That's stamping our dominance on the league. 61 points out of 22 games. Currently 7 points clear of the side below us. I mean, that loss against Aston Villa certainly didn't help. But how are we losing to Aston Villa and then winning 2 games in a row 5-0? It was double 5-0. It was double 5-0. You've just watched 10 goals in two games, boys and girls. I said it wasn't going to be a good episode. I'm quite happy with that. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you do smash that like button. I set a reasonable target, 8. That's fair enough, I think. And we'll be coming back tomorrow for the Champions League knockout stages. I don't know how I'm going to set it up. I'm thinking I'm just going to simulate all of this and then do the West Ham and the Ajax game. So I'm simulating 6 games off camera, boys. That's a lot. That's some serious work for me off camera. You got to cut me some slack, boys and girls. That's some credit that needs to be dished out, and I'm expecting the credit to be dished out. But that is where we're ending it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.